We've covered how to be adaptive and how to improvise. I hope those tips have been helpful to you so far and you're using them already. I'm going to cover tips under implementation. That's where the rubber hits the road, so to speak, literally, getting into action. Tip number 1, can you use cause marketing to take your business and take your brand forward? Before we go into it, how to do it, let's spend a minute on understanding what is cause marketing. Cause marketing is one of the most beautiful elements / techniques that a brand can use to engage its customers, engage its entire community. Literally, as the two words, cause marketing, it means find a cause or create a cause that gives your business, your brand, an excuse of giving, literally giving. So it's not just during the festive period. It's not during the ones that we know like Mother's Day and Father's Day and Teacher's Day, but it's a cause that's of high interest to your community. Now, in doing cause marketing, there is a caveat. The caveat is you've got to have some very specific insights about your brand's community. And I want to take a minute here to explain what I mean by your brand's community. You see, a brand, it interacts with the people behind the brand who are delivering it and the people who are buying and using it. Together, the employees and the customers form the community that this brand is working and interacting with. So what's important here is to take the various generations using the brand at work, as your customers, to actually get the data to find out two key things. One, what are the hopes and aspirations of this community? And two, what really is of interest socially, as a society, as a community member to them. These two data points, these two insights are really critical in order to find out and create a cause if you need. If you find out what are the hopes and aspirations and what is the key interest from a community perspective within your employees and your customers, you're able to then create a cause that you invest in. And when I say invest, I do not mean investment from a financial perspective, but I mean investment from a giving perspective. You invest in providing solutions, providing value, emotional value, social value, financial value through the brand into that cause, to that community. So pick anything. Once you know your insights, find out what is of interest and what are the hopes and aspirations, build a cause, and then communicate that digitally to your community, talking about the benefit that the community receives because the brand supports that cause. You don't talk about your product, you don't talk about your price, you don't talk about what the brand itself delivers, but you talk about the benefit the cause is delivering. What this does is it creates a massive emotional connections and resonancy to bring the community closer to the brand. The more closer you forge that engagement, the better it is towards your future sales prospects, because a lot of customers and people in the community will de facto invest or buy into the brand because that's their way of giving back to the community by supporting that cause. So when you're going into the implementation stage, in today's scenario, evaluate, is there a cause that your brand can take up and push forward? Caveat number 2, this is not something that is cooked up in one day. It would take a week to create a good, strong, solid cause marketing framework. Number 2, you've got to have those two data points. They're not intuition, they are not gut feels, they are not what somebody said. They are actually statistically validated data, and this data is available. It's available to be bought, or it can be found out. It can be put out as a Google poll and obtained through your community. But get those two data points and then identify with your team what's the cause Can you support it? And look at it beyond just one or two off campaigns. Look at it at least supporting on an annualized basis.